Is this thing working? All right. Let's see. Testing out the mic, making sure we're good. What's up, folks? Nice. I'm glad to be here. Look, let me just start by saying I sent the message out about 2 weeks ago, and the love and support that you all gave me was phenomenal in a time that I truly desperately needed to hear those words. It felt nice knowing that you guys don't know me like on a personal level, but it's almost like you guys were there. So I just can't thank you all enough. And I know we got a lot of things to touch on, but I wanted to start off by just mentioning that. So I appreciate everyone's kind words who sent me messages and who are rolling with me. But what's up, folks? I mean, I haven't really done much of, I guess, my research on what is happening. I just know that Justin Fields had a pro day, and I wish I was more prepared than I am now. But honestly, I thought this was going to be televised. How was today's pro day not televised? Come on. So I wish I had some clips to show y'all. There's only like one or two clips showing Justin Fields like highlight, deep throw, 50-yard bomb, the roll left. But I feel like, okay, let me just give you my opinion on what I think is going to happen. I think the Niners are set on Justin Fields. I really do. I think it's set. Like I had this ready. I wish I was more prepared. Terrible. Terrible. There you go. The pick is in. I think it's Justin Fields. There's no way it's gonna be someone else. Like I know I was crazy enough to bring up Mac Jones in the last few videos I made, but it's crystal clear that the Niners are either focused on Justin Fields, Trey Lance, or if Zach Wilson happens to fall and the Jets end up picking like Fields. But we're pretty centered on those three players, three quarterbacks. And whoever out of those three it is, I know, the faithful is going to erupt, going to root for them no matter what. So stop whining. It's going to be whoever they pick, you're going to roll with. So let's roll. Let's roll. We got a Super Bowl ready roster. Let's rock and roll. I'm ready. I'm amped up. I wish the season started today. That's how amped up I am. All right, let's get through some chats, right? What's good? Thank you for watching my videos. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think that Field is going to be the pick. A lot of the smoke screen was there with Mac Jones, but I honestly feel like, yeah, it's time to go with a mobile quarterback. The comparison with him and Dak Prescott, I think that's an honest comparison. They're built kind of the same, like a thick a thick lower body, but the comparison is there. And if Justin Fields can become like a Dak Prescott or even better, like that's a win. In a Shanahan system, that's a win. And I'm sure the rest of the NFC is pretty scared of what's bound to happen. But what I know, the past, I don't know, I think since Kyle and John have been here, this is the most aggressive move they've made, right? But when it comes to trades, man, they always like lay it on the table and say, this is what we're doing. We're gonna trade DeForest Buckner, even though it's not a favorite move, because I feel like they live in their own world and we're just trying to catch up. And this, I mean, by far has been the most aggressive move, moving to 12 all the way up to 3 to draft your quarterback. You got to love it. As a fan, I love it. I love, just being aggressive, trying to stay on top of the curve and, just trying to make the best at what you got. And the Niners, I know for a fact, are looking at this roster like, all right, we got a nice window here. All we need is a quarterback to take us to the promised land. So I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping that it is Fields, but any one of those three guys is gonna work. Like, I really think so. You know what? Let's try to do something different here. We're gonna well, if you guys have questions here, I'll post the link. I believe this should allow you to request to come in. But I'm also streaming on Twitch, which I've never done. This is like my first Twitch stream. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll actually have to link it at a later time. But Coffee Break Sports should be the handle. And yeah, I'm prepared to take some questions. And I know that there was like some guy who tweeted out earlier today saying that the Niners had offered the Jets the 12th overall pick for Sam Darnold. That's crazy. That's not true. And the Jets didn't take it? That has to be a lie. For sure. But what else? I know I've been out for 2 weeks. What else has been happening in 49er land? I try to keep up on Twitter, but I mean, the news it changes every hour within the hour. So you can't really keep up with everything. One thing I know, the Niners, well, us fans aren't really talking about much is who the Niners are going to take the next 5-6 rounds. We're focused on the first round, and I know that's like by popular opinion and popular demand, but we still have that's just like 90% of the draft. We still have so much else to cover, but I don't see nobody talking about that. I think they still need a receiver, offensive line. What am I missing? Running back, maybe? Something. But like I mentioned earlier, man, it's just good to be back. It's just good to just turn on the camera, turn on the mic, talk to you folks. And again, for those who just joined, I'm just thankful for the kind words and encouragement that you all have just been giving me through social media and whatnot. But I'm ready to ride. I wish the draft started today. I wish the season started right now. Like, we got to wait another 2 weeks? 2 weeks for the draft? It's too long, man. And I hope that on Monday, the Trey Lance's pro day, I really hope that it's televised. It's just BS that you're going to be like, oh yeah, it's going to be on Wednesday. Everybody stay tuned, but then don't show nothing. Come on, Ohio State. We're living in 2021 when you can literally just have your phone recording. Stream it. Watch the Jets pick Fields. Yeah, it's been a crazy ride. Okay, so for sure there's half of the, I guess, fans think, okay, Well, it's not for sure certain that the Jets are gonna take Zach Wilson. Maybe Justin Fields. Stock has gone up on Fields, and I can understand that. I just think it'll be pretty bold on their part to do that. But hey, if Zach Wilson is the fallback plan, I'm all for it. Niners are in a great spot. Like, I don't think it's talked about enough how critical moving up to 3 puts them in a favorable position. Like, now that the Jets traded away Darnold, I find it very difficult that they don't take a quarterback, right? Or that they trade out of that spot. So with that move, that tells the Niners they're gonna make that pick, that selection at 2. They're not moving out of that, right? Unless they get a massive deal for it. But I doubt that's coming. But my point is the Niners know what the first 2 teams are gonna do, and it's all there for them. It's all there for them. They're ready. They're ready. Like I said, I played the song. I played the little jingle. Showtime. It's showtime. Niners all day. What's up? Fields is the pick. No brainer. If you look at the second pro day highlights, Kyle and Fields were laughing, smiling, and they were talking to Coach Day almost the whole time, and you can tell by their body language. Yeah, I mean, you get the pictures. That's all for show, right? I'm just mad that they didn't stream it. Like, show us. Like they did stream Mac Jones, but everybody wants to see Justin Fields. Everybody wants to see Trey Lance. Everybody wants to see Zach Wilson. If you don't have those on TV, don't even mention it to me. I don't want to see the pictures. I don't want to see those highlight videos. I want to see the whole thing. I want to read the entire story. But yeah, I mean, it's good for the memes. It's good for social media. The more we get closer to the date, the more it seems, everyone's leaning towards Fields. And honestly, as a fan, who can be mad at that? I know once they make that move up to 3, we're going to get a playmaker, right? That can really go through this Shanahan offense. And we've all kind of dreamed of this since they hired Shanahan and Lynch. Once they get their quarterback, man, it's going to be something else. Well, they're here. The time has come. Now it's time to play. They had the 4-minute video. I have to see that. I didn't get to see that. But yeah, man, like I was like, all right, I'm ready to stream because we're going to be talking about this pro day all day, kind of like right after the Mac Jones and the first Fields pro day. Maybe that's why they didn't really televise it, but they televised both Mac Jones pro day, right? You would think they would televise everybody else's, but whatever. That's besides the point. We're just over 2 weeks for the draft. I'm excited. I'm actually going to be doing this live, getting live reactions and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll have Aaron from First and Faithful join me on that. Have to hit him up. All right, let's see. Smiley face. Jesus Christ, my king. I love it. I wouldn't mind if the pick is Pitts, but that won't happen. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that since the end of the season, they've been trying to get rid of Jimmy. And it's been quite clear that it's more clear even now, right? You give up so many first round picks to move up to 3 to get your quarterback. So I think it's more clear there. Pitts would have been an interesting move if they would have stayed at 12, right? Maybe try to move up if he kind of falls. But now it's more clear than anyone. This should be like crystal clear to Niner fans that Jimmy is kind of waiting to be traded. Or, I mean, they could play it out. They could be like, Jimmy's our guy to start the season. And if he ends up playing like crap or if he gets hurt, then we have this rookie quarterback we just drafted that comes in and kind of saves the season. So It's going to be interesting how they play it out, though. I think that they're looking at, trading him back to New England. We'll see. We'll see. I didn't get the link there. Niners all day, but I'll go back and watch it. Jimmy, yeah, I don't even think he's having like off-season workouts like he did in year 1 and 2. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you don't know what team you're going to go to, I can understand that. You're just like, just a sitting duck waiting to see what's going to happen. So it's just one of those. It's one of those things as a player too. Like, it's tough. You don't know what team you're gonna play for, and you still technically have to give it your all to your current team. I mean, trying to find that balance is tough. It's tough as a player, especially on the trading block, or a player who's like ready to hit free agency. You're just kind of marketing yourself at that point, playing for yourself. I will be bummed if Mac Jones, you sold me on Fields coffee. Yeah, I did a kind of a breakdown on Fields right before took a little break. It was kind of the last 2 games, I believe, or 3 games, I forget. But it kind of showed you his strengths, his weaknesses, which, his weaknesses, it is something that you can like still clear up at the next level. It's just like he's taking way too long making a decision, making a play. But I honestly feel like Fields, what I really love about him is he's just a gamer. He's gonna want to go out there and win. And at the end of the day, like as a player, if that's all you can give me, like I'm taking it. You want to win, you're on my team. Like if you'll do anything to win, run the football, die for that first down. Fields does that, and his tape shows that all the time, which is why I love him. He's like a true gamer. Backs against the wall, that's what you want, right? You want someone who's going to do everything they can to make that happen. All right, let's see what else. Don't know how. Doing my first stream on Twitch too, by the way. Set that up, trying to see how that plays out. But cool. So I'm trying to get a schedule going on my streams, more looking at a structure here for the program, and yeah, just get back at it. And talk some Niner football. Love interacting with the fans, and with the faithful. So like, I do plan to stream during the draft. That way, we kind of get some sort of like reaction, interaction with you all. And then I do plan to do that once the season starts as well, like do pre and post game shows, and also like if I have like the capacity, just to like do it during the game, the actual game, because I'd be talking hella shit. What's up, Crystal Pepsi? Was good, man. He's a pass first quarterback too. I'm tired of hearing people talk about him like he's Colin Kaepernick, Lamar Jackson. Exactly. He's not that. He's actually not that at all. That's why I think like the comparison for Dak Prescott is there for me. But bottom line, like to the core, he's a true football player, man. That's what I really, really love about him. And one of the things too that kind of gets me concerned a little bit is like he does take some hits. Like he has a little Jimmy in him where he's like gonna lower his shoulder on a linebacker. But he's obviously built better than Jimmy. Jimmy's a little bit more slim. He has those thick thighs. I'm not checking him out, by the way. Did you see Justin Fields' second pro day? That's what I was saying. Like, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. This whole live stream was going to be about Justin Fields. I was ready to just come amped up, ready to go, but I was only able to see like some of the clips that Ohio State or whatever they're sharing on Twitter. That's all I was able to see. So, yeah. Did you guys see like what channel was it on? Because I missed that memo. Good to hear, Crystal Pepsi. If the Jets manage to get Fields, you think that opens the door for Zach Wilson? Hell yeah. I'm fine with either, to be honest. I'm just ready to roll. I'm ready to just start the season now. Get your quarterback and let's roll. I'm done talking. Like, I feel like I've been talking for a year now. And I know like last year it sucked. I feel like I haven't had that football experience. I need that to come back this year. I need fans at Levi's. I need this whole fan base to get together, stop being divisive with all this like Mac Jones, Justin Fields, like whoever it's going to be on April 29th. Everyone is going to root for, because at the end of the day, we're Niners till we die, or at least I am. And I'm just ready. I'm ready to crush the damn Seahawks. I'm ready to crush Cardinals, the Rams, whoever the F it's going to be. I'm ready to roll. I'm amped up. Field is not the way. Whoever it is, I'm ready to roll. That reminds me of The Mandalorian. Fields is not the way, though. Yeah, it's pretty like, if the Jets want to make that move, we'll take Wilson. Like, to me, it doesn't matter. I feel like either one of those two would work well with the Niners. And that's another thing too, like looking at it from their standpoint, they're probably thinking like Wilson, when I'm talking about Wilson and Fields, they're probably thinking like, I wish the Jets don't take me. That way the Niners can. Like any top quarterback right now wants the Niners to take them because they're the better suited team right now. You can argue the best coach, offensive minded, right? And from the Jets standpoint, they're like, oh well, we're running Shanahan's system. It's not the same. It's not the same. You have to have that chemistry, and I feel like this team is constructed to win now. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of, I guess, how should I say this? A little bit of pressure to win, but I still feel like you can make some mistakes with this team and still overcome some wins and still be successful. And that's why I feel like some of these young quarterbacks want the Niners to take them. At least I would. Me too. I'd rather have Zach Wilson too, but I feel like he's going to the Jets at number 2. Anyone but Mac Jones. Yeah. I was high on Mac Jones, but the more I thought about it is it'd just be dumb to take Mac Jones at 3. I mean, it's already tough to take Fields or Wilson at 3 because from, hindsight, you traded 3 first-round picks to get that guy, right? So there's going to be some pressure associated with it. Mac Jones, like, unless you have a perfect O-line that could keep him in the pocket, clean in the pocket, which hasn't happened yet, it's going to be tough. And a lot of the things that we've been talking about with Jimmy not being able to extend the play, it's going to be the same thing with Mac Jones. That's why having some mobility is the way to go here. Yeah, going back down here. Trey Lance has the highest upside. I would agree there. He does. I feel like he has the stronger arm. He's built like 6'4", 250. And I mean, just a bulldozer when running the football, right? Not really, cringing if he's taking a hit because his body can take that. If he can just he has some accuracy issues down the field, but if he can just like piece those pieces together, he's dangerous. I think he's like a combination of a Josh Allen, you know? If he can take it to that next level, he can be a Josh Allen. But I don't think the Niners are patient enough to make that happen. They want to win now. Fields better come out saying he does not want to play for the Jets. Leak that out. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think nobody wants to go to the Jets, but when you're taking second overall, that money's there. Money talks. Yeah, Crystal Pepsi, win now since we sacrificed the farm. We did a little bit, but I think it was worth it. I think is bold, but I trust that this front office can like work that out. You look at it from like, okay, if this trade becomes successful meaning they go to the playoffs every year with this quarterback, and I'm not even counting rings, just go to the playoffs. You're already picking high in the first round, right? Or late, whatever. So the it becomes an easier trade for a first round when it's later in the draft, right? You're not hoping to be back picking in the top 10 next year because now the Dolphins have really won this trade. Okay. So it's a wait and see type of trade still. And if they can somehow make the Dolphins for the next 2 years, I forget what the details are, trade in the top 25, I mean, 25 and up, then the Niners are solid. I think they've made the most out of that trade and got their guy because they're making the playoffs. So, yeah, I feel like it's a little bit of a sacrifice, but you rather sacrifice it on a quarterback than on a safety. You know, you know who I'm talking about? Jamal Adams. No, yeah, you don't trade 2 first-round picks for Jamal Adams. That's a safety. You do that on quarterbacks. They're worth more. They do more for your team. So, whoa. Trey is like 6'4", 225, not 250, right? I mean, once he hits those NFL weights, though, once he gets those NFL weight room sessions, he might be up there. Trey is only 20 years old. Yeah, I mean, you sometimes forget how young these men are, right? Like, well, I don't know how old like Zach Wilson is or Fields, but can be older than like 22. So forget how young these men are, and come on here. We talk a lot of shit, but at the end of the day, you just want players to be great. It's good for the game. It's good for the game. Yeah, there's no way Mac Jones is in the conversation now. Yeah. It's almost like if he goes top 10 now, it's a surprise. Hey, coffee on coffee break show. Didn't expect that. What's up? Field at 3. That's kind of been the motto here right now on this live stream. Lance or Fields, and then let's go and get another Super Bowl win. Let's go. Look, I'm tired of just like trying to talk it into existence, right? That quest for 6 bullshit, like that was fine. But now let's just go out there and just play. I'm done talking. I just want the season to start already. It's barely April and I have football injected into my veins starting from today till the next off season. Okay? I'm just ready to roll. And we have 17 games now to look forward to. That is, I'm happy. I mean, the players aren't, right? But I'm happy as a fan. Tony Tone, I'm telling you, man, just let him hit those weight rooms. He's going to get up to 250. Get quarterback 3 and wide receiver. So you saying get quarterback at 3 and then pick a wide receiver in the second? I can see that. Who at wide receiver, though? Let me ask you all. Who at wide receiver would you like the Niners to pick? To be honest with you, I haven't really looked at a lot of receivers. I've just kind of been focused on somewhat corner, somewhat quarterback, right? But receiver, I haven't really looked at many guys in this draft. Maybe that's something I'll focus on the next 2 weeks. But yeah, there's some good ones here still. There's still some really good ones from what I'm hearing. Mac has a DUI. I heard about that, the DUI incident. Don't know much of the details, but is never good, right? It shows you're irresponsible, lack of character. Yeah, drink responsibly, people. All right, these are the stats I like to hear. Fields just turned 22 in March. Trey will be 21 after the draft in May. Still young, man. That's hella young. Yeah, 22, kind of maxed out at college, right? 4 years. 21. Trey Lance was one of those guys who I forget what school he went to, but they told him you're better off at safety or something like that. And he's like, nah, I want to play quarterback, so I'm gonna go to North Dakota State to play quarterback. That's commitment right there. I gotta respect him for that. I'm like, it doesn't matter what school I am, I'm just gonna play quarterback. So for that, good luck to you, Trey Lance. I don't think he becomes a Niner, but wherever he goes, I do hope he gets it together because he's a talent, man. And Fields, the whole thing with Fields was that he went to Georgia. Some say, well, he didn't beat out Jake Fromm or whatever his name was, right? But truth of the matter is, and I'm pretty sure that this is how it goes, when you have like a senior quarterback who's looking up to be drafted, what are the odds that you're going to have this freshman come in and take his job, right? It's kind of like the politics. And I'm in agreement that always the best player should always hit the field. I just don't know how these programs work though. So he left, he bounced. He went to Ohio State, right? The rest is history. I'm with your coffee break. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I'm ready for the season, folks. Ready to run through that door with that football. Okay, this is the wide receiver, I'm assuming. She Smith from South Carolina. Okay, taking notes. Let me just Fake type here. Boom, noted. Which one's the best available though? I'll get back to you guys on this one. We should do another live stream with the wide receivers, looking at who's what. Because yeah, I feel like the folks that kind of cover the Niners are really focused on round 1. But I'm like, what happened to round 2, 3, and 4? Like we have 3 picks in round 5 or whatever. I'm like, I feel like the Niners aren't done making moves, trading up and getting some other guy. Like there's still some picks this year. And the Niners don't have like several holes where they need all these picks, right? They can kind of trade up, get their guy that they want to commit to. You ever thinking about working with Grant Cohn? Yeah, I actually wanted to reach out to him, see if he can join the program. Just a little insight. I actually had right before I went on a little break, I had some guests lined up. I had to cancel. But I'm gonna pick up like sort of the podcast deal back up with Aaron from First and Faithfuls being one of them. And I'm actually reaching out. I know I had Leo Luna in one of my recent podcasts, but yeah, I want to incorporate more guys for sure. Grant, like his takes are incredible. They always get a reaction, but I feel like he's a good guy. Kadarius Toney, yes, Florida. Now I know about this kid. Just because when you watch like Pitts or like at the time Kyle Trask, you would see Toney, shifting out there. Some people compare him to Debo. I don't think he's there yet, but he's an interesting kind of gadget player for sure. Rondell Moore, great receiver. Okay, let's make note of that. Boom. Are we still talking about the DUI? Lack of character there. South Carolina kid, Smith. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll have to go rewatch that. Just saw Phil smiling and talking to Kyle on the NFL Network. Yeah, they're making memes out of it. Yeah, Kadarius Toney is a lot of fan favorites right now. Yeah, he probably will be in the second for sure. I think he'll be there. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. And what the Niners truly need too is like, well, they have Richie James, right? But Kendrick Bourne brought an element. He runs great routes. He was a different style of receiver, more a traditional wide receiver than Ayuk, Debo, Richie James. But Kyle has clearly showed an emphasis of if you can do it all at receiver, return kicks, punts, whatever the case may be, he'll bring you along. So I'm sure Toney can do all that. How do you feel about the Niners trading back into the first round to draft Najee Harris? Well, it really just depends how much you love Najee Harris. I don't think that this front office hasn't shown that they're willing to move up for a running back that high. I love Harris. I love Najee Harris. It could still happen. If he drops to the second, for sure, I feel like you should be in. It just brings a different element. But there's just, I don't know. Like Kyle Shanahan has never been the type of coach who drafts that running back high because he knows he can get something out of like guys in the third, fourth round. But we don't know. We don't know. That like one thing I can say about this front office, they can show you that this is how they are, and then the next season comes and they just flip it on you. They're unpredictable. No one can predict what they're gonna do. And to that, off-season talk becomes a beauty because you're just like, well, shit, I thought they were gonna do this, and they end up doing that. So for one, they're playing a game amongst the other NFL teams trying to stay unpredictable. On the second hand, this goes back all the way to dad, Mike Shanahan. They've never done it. So it's a little of a culture of just one of those rules you live by. But we'll see. We've seen crazier things, right? I wouldn't be mad at that, though. Grant Cohn is awesome. The 49ers subreddit hates him. I don't know why. I know why. Because he says things that people don't want to hear. It's great for entertainment, though. As a Niner fan, like a true Niner fan, you don't want to hear like, oh, Jimmy Garoppolo sucks or Kyle Shanahan always does the wrong thing. He wants Kirk Cousins. He wants this and that. So, yeah, I mean, everyone finds their lane here. Grant, I mean, I've been watching Grant even before I started my YouTube. He used to just do like, I think, periscopes. He used to do the after the game, post game shows. So yeah, I mean that's where I would get my news, and that's what kind of wanted me to do my own thing. So yeah, Grant Cohn, I think he's cool. I still have yet to meet him though, so we'll see. What do you think of the Rombo show? I've been on there. Well, I haven't been on his show, but I've like seen his live shows every now and then when I get the chance. I mostly live, to be honest, I mostly live on Twitter for 49er news. Like I mostly just go on my feed to see what's going on. And then I just go on my YouTube channel to talk about what's going on. So I don't spend a lot of time watching other people's stuff, but I know of those people because they're mostly on Twitter too. So that's how we kind of interact. Welcome back. Hope you're doing better, man. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. Everything's good so far. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm gonna call it a stream. Now, like I said before, I started off the stream just saying thank you all for the encouragement, for the support. Just going through this difficult time. I had to take a little break. I'm planning to pick up my streams, let you know if anything changes. But I'm kind of looking towards a scheduled stream, something that will kind of benefit me and you all. Any schedule you're going to have for the season. Well, that's kind of the thing. I want to stream like during games. My plan is to like stream pre-game, during games, post-game. Like I want to get that whole experience, get you all just kind of amped up for games, ready to roll, and just talk after the game. I know that's, something Grant and Rombo do. So kind of taking a page out of their book and doing that, and having more of a structured stream just on a weekly basis, Monday, Wednesday, Friday type of deal, or whatever the case may be. But I'll let you all know. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for joining. And as always, kicking it old school for you all. We'll see you on the next stream. Peace. Thank you all.